guys, welcome to week 3 of our pot road project. So this week the foundations are in. As you can see, it's actually going up to here, and then that will be the new new property. We've done half the padding already, and then the bricks are down as well for this side of things. It's terrible. Anyway, I'll jump behind the camera and I'll give it to Dan, who knows a lot more than me.
Thank you for that very technical specification there, too. Professional landlord and builder. So week 3, main focus has been outside to get rid of the existing building, get rid of the plot and the dirt that was here. We've dug the foundations, we went down to a metre, got them passed up by building regs. They were then poured. We then did the secondary foundation for the extension of the kitchen coming out this side. And then we've also dug down, put the sand, put the hardcore. What's going to happen next is we're going to focus on getting the bricks, the engineered bricks, up to damp, which is here, this height. So this is the floor height here. And then what's going to happen, next week we're going to lay down the damp-proof membrane, which will sit on top of these bricks. They'll go along and up against the wall, and then they'll get chased into that wall. We'll put insulation and get a big concrete pour, and then that will be getting the pad down. Then what's going to happen is we will basically be pausing on site till the bricklayers are ready, and then they're going to get the extension up, and then we'll be back to put on the roof and do the internals. But we haven't just worked outside, we've also prepped some of the internals. You can see some of the drainage that has been done, so we're all connected to the existing drainage, ready to do the internal fit out when the extension's built. We've also got some of the foundation prepped, ready to be poured if we get planning on that aspect. Let's go inside. So here we've cut into the existing pad to allow us to connect the ensuites that are going to be here to the drainage that's going to be on the outside. What we try and do with every build, just to make our life nice and easy, is we put the bathrooms on the outside wall so we can get the drainage and we don't have to mess around with cutting in, because it's very disruptive, very difficult to do. So where we can, put the drainage on the outside walls, unless it's on the top floor where you can just drop the ceilings. Here we have another channel. This again is going to be more drainage, so there's going to be an ensuite there for this unit. This is going to be a studio. We're going to put the ensuite back there. We're going to have the kitchen along this corner here, and then this is going to be a unit. So nice, sizable, plenty of living space. Always really feels quite small when you've got the bricks bare, until you paint the walls plaster and then put the carpet down. Only then really you get a true sense of how big this unit is going to be. Right, so here we've had some hurdles. So in the roof we have a concrete slab that is hindering our ability to get the chimney out and also to sort any issues out for the roof. It has to stay in. So that means we have to prop it up with steel. We can't take it out because it's linked to next door. So what we're having to do, because the client is a pain in the bum and wants the chimney out, we're having to build a steel structure to support the weight of the chimney, to enable us to take it out so there's more space here. And then we also need to support this concrete slab, which again, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Here we've got some of the health and safety stuff that you need on every site. So when you're doing a site of this magnitude, you need to have something called an F10 form. You need to have a fire evacuation plan, you need to have an accident book, you need to have records of injuries and inspections throughout the build, records of reports and inspections. This is our health and safety policy, this is our public liability, employment liability and insurance. And here is the F10, which again most builders wouldn't even do because they don't know that it exists. You have to be qualified when you're on a job of this magnitude, which is definitely a notifiable job. And part of that is you need a welfare facility. So this is what we're using as our welfare for the moment. We've got the site office here, which is where the PM works from during his day-to-day activities. We've got the materials that we've used, the materials that we need to order, We've got emergency contact details for everybody, and then we've also got the RAMs, and we've also got the toolbox talks and records of that. And then here we have our welfare facility. Oh, a nice fruit pastel there. I don't mind if I do. I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that. So you can see some of our stuff that we have to display. We are ready for a HSE inspection, which because we've done 3 F10s now, jobs that are notifiable, we're expecting to get a snap visit. And if you don't have any of this stuff, they can close the site down. So that's why we're making sure that we adhere to all the health and safety regulations that are imposed upon builders. Right. So one key thing that I'd like to talk about that's is in discussion, because of how this was designed in the planning route, and we've got really oversized kitchens, like absolute behemoths, way more than is needed.
Which nobody will use.
Which is, again, no one's going to use because we've got studios. So we're exploring the option of turning this into a co-living space, in terms of like an office or an area where people can work, which is absolutely great, because I'm looking forward to charging them an arm and a leg for it. The reality is something like that will probably be a bit beyond us, so we've asked the client to find somebody who would design and deliver that type of thing. So we may be subbing out this part of the job if that's what they want. But that would be really wonderful to change this just from a standard HMO to then being able to work from home, because that's always at a premium, especially on my larger HMOs. Thankfully, the rooms are big enough so people can work, but there are way more people working from home. So I'm sure we'd love to get your ideas. What could we do with this 37 square metre space that we've got spare? Because the downstairs kitchen alone is enough to satisfy all the amenity requirements. Why are you walking around? So we'd love to hear your ideas. End of week 3. Really looking forward to getting this job done. I suspect we will, at the end of next month, have the extension done, subject to the builders, the bricklayers being available, because we've got all the materials to finish this build already bought, which is a fantastic place to be in. No wait times, no lead times. So I'm very interested to see how fast our team can get this up.
What's the plan for week 4?
Week 4 is get the pad down, and then we're waiting for the bricklayers. So there might, week 5, week 6, nothing may get done. It all depends on whether the bricklayers are going to be available. Next week, all the internal works that we can do are done, because we're not going to work inside until we've got the extension. We're going to focus on the pad outside and then get it up to damp, and then we put the pad down, as I explained earlier, and then we're leaving it. And then we're basically waiting for the bricklayers to build. So there may be a bit of a pause while we wait for them to be available, but after that we'll be straight back on it.
Are they just on another job or?
Yes. Yeah.
Busy time of year, I take it.
Yeah, that's it really.
Cool.
Cheers.
Alright, I hope that's been helpful. See you guys next one.
Farewell.